Wait, before you skip this part of the video, you might want to hang around for this one. Calling all Gillingham fans, we now have on the German Gills Show a WhatsApp which you can contact us on. The link to that is in the description, and if you're on Twitter, the link to that is also on the profile. And you might ask yourself, well, what's the point? We have many channels to contact you anyway, but the difference is with the WhatsApp, you can message me live during the game or leave a voice note live during the game or post or prior the game as well, and you have a chance to be on a German Gills video for that particular game. So the link to that is all in the description, and I look forward to hearing all of your messages. If you would like to also support the channel, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is in the description down below. And we've got a few supporters of the channel for this week, and I just want to go through them. So I want to give a shout out to Scott W and Steve M, who have donated €5 or 5 beers each to the channel. Thank you very much for that donation. We've also got Steve P and Canadian Gills, who have donated 5 beers to the channel each as well, and they have a short message for each one. Steve P says, keep up the good work, fella, it's appreciated, especially from us expats. And the other one is from Canadian Gills, and he says, great work, Reece, thank you very much. It seems to be very appreciated, the work for all the expat community for this channel. So yeah, I'm very happy that I can give a lot of content for you to keep up with what's happening at the Gills at this really positive time. But there is one more donation, and it's an anonymous donation who has donated €100 to the channel to be able for me to buy the season pass for next year to keep delivering content for you guys. That donator, you know who you are. Thank you ever so much for the generosity for that donation. I really appreciate it, and all of the community for the German Gills channel will also appreciate that. Thank you ever so much for your kind donation. We also have the goal of the month for January competition winner, and that is going to Dom Jeffries for goal B against Hartlepool. What a goal it was. Here it is. Gills coming forward now on this left-hand side. Can they get their second goal? I put it away! Yes, and it's Jeffries! And just as Hartlepool have a goal disallowed, Gills have scored 2 goals in a game. Oh my God, I forgot what that feels like. Welcome to German Gills. Gills are back at home this afternoon against relegation rivals Crawley Town. Your German Gills show are bringing you a live match reaction today from your host, Reece. Luke is getting closer and closer to predicting a full 11 correctly. Can he finally do it this weekend? Adam Wesgate will be joining us as a matchday reporter as he heads to a sold-out and noisy Priestfield Stadium. Schön, dass du da bist und los geht's, Gills! Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham take on Crawley Town at home this afternoon at a packed Priestfield Stadium. We've got a full sellout today, and I cannot wait to hear the noise through my headset whilst we watch this really vital game against Crawley Town at 3 o'clock in the UK. I'm going to be your host, Reece, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by, and any Crawley Town fans here as well, thank you very much for stopping by also. You can follow our socials. We're on Twitter, which is Deutsche Gills, and of course on Instagram, German Gills. If you would like to go straight to the live match reaction, use the chat bars at the bottom of the video to navigate around. For Luke's 11, he managed to get 10 last week at Swindon. Hopefully he can get 11 and get a full strike this time. Let's see what his predictions are for a game against Crawley this afternoon.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. With the positive results flowing and the Gills taking 7 points from an available 9, this selection is getting harder and harder week on week. So let's take a look back to last week's 3-3 draw away to Swindon. In my opinion, that result will lead to a number of changes being made this week. There's a couple of individual errors that we can look into, and yeah, I think a couple of players weren't at their best. Harris announced this week that Lewis Walker will be out for the rest of the season, and Scott Cashkit out for a number of weeks also, which made good use of our deadline day signings with Tristan Abrahams and Aidan O'Brien coming in and will really strengthen that bench considering the 2 injuries that have occurred. So let's get to it. Glenn Morris to continue in between the sticks in outstanding form, I can say, and made a critical one-on-one save to deny Swindon the win last week. Right back, steady as ever, Robbie McKenzie, Max Amer, and my additional change, Conor Masterson to sit in front of Will Wright, who's unlucky to drop out. However, I'm a firm believer that we play our strongest 11, and Masterson is that on paper. At left back, another player in outstanding form, which is Big David Tutunda. The midfield, in my opinion, would also see another change, and that'll be Lapsley for Jeffries. You can tell that DJ seems a little bit burnt out against Swindon and didn't perform to the kind of high standards that he'd set over the last couple of weeks. We've got to bear in mind he is only 20 years old, and this is his first season playing professional league football. So that change will be made. So I see Williams, Diang, McDonald and Lapsley featuring in midfield, with the goal scoring machine Tom Nichols accompanying Hawkins up top. That's it. That's the prediction this week, and the selection of the first 11. My score prediction will be 3-1 to the Gills, and I'm hoping for a 2-0 at half time. Los Gills.
And of course, it wouldn't be a show without Adam Wesgate, who is outside Priestfield Stadium or heading to Priestfield Stadium. I don't know yet, actually, but he's going to be somewhere there at some point right now. Let's go over to him to find out his thoughts. So, Adam, Priestfield is a full house today. How excited are you?
Well, indeed, yes, it is a full house, and you're excited anytime. But obviously, if it's a league game, that I think actually adds a little bit of extra spice. You would think that the top players like your Jamie Vardys of the world would make it more exciting, but to me, and this is just my personal opinion, it's more encouraging because in the league we might actually up attendances and have even better atmospheres going forward. Well, you're in the video, so there you go. There's some of the excitement there.
And do you think the Gills can get out of the relegation zone today?
Well, that's a very simple yes. Gills could get out of the relegation zone, and this might sound odd, I'm not that bothered today as long as we get the win, because if we keep winning, if we keep drawing, if we keep doing what we need to do, it's going to work anyway. The results, if they happen, the points will look after themselves. There's no way all the other teams around us are going to start getting championship form.
And of course, we want to hear your score predictions for this afternoon.
And yes, then we come to the small matter of today, and I'm going to go, considering we let 3 goals in last time, I'm going to go for a 2-1. I'm going to be positive, but I'm going to allow myself some wiggle room there for that first goal that Crawley scored, and the only goal they'll score. 2-1 I'm going to go for, and Tom Nichols will score one as well.
Let's head over to a packed Priestfield Stadium for today's live match reaction. Los Gills. So we've got a different video really today because yesterday, this is Sunday I'm recording this, is the game, we couldn't watch it until the 70th minute. So instead of putting the normal video out, this is a sort of a live match reaction up until the 70th minute because I haven't seen what's happened here and I haven't watched this back this morning. So my reaction might be slightly different. I'll probably more descriptive rather than emotional because I know kind of the outcome, but I'll do my best to see how it all unfolds. And yeah, this is a slightly different kind of German Gills video, but I'll tell you when you'll notice the difference in emotion when we go to when we go to the 70-minute mark. But they're underway, and we'll see how this first half unfolded. The quality of the video is quite poor actually, which is a bit annoying. But it was nice to see a full Priestfield Stadium for once. It looked like Crawley were on the attack quite early on. I did hear they nearly scored in the first minute or so, the first 30 seconds, and it looks like Gillingham were caught a little bit short as it goes to the back post. And yeah, Crawley should have gone 1-0 up, I think, in that first 30 seconds, like we did against Swindon. Wow, if we watch this replay again, yeah, there's a lot of Gills backs. We're quite dense in the box, but it was flicked on, I think by Telford, that is, and then Crawley just missed a target. If that's on target, that's 1-0. Well, Crawley have this thrown on this right-hand side, and it seemed like it was all Crawley in this first half, but we have got the break here. Is it going to fall to Crawley feet? It does. This is definitely a Crawley attack as they move forward on this left-hand side and shoot from distance, and yeah, I wouldn't have put that in my highlight reel, but, you know, it's the extended highlights after all. Sorry about the quality. The quality is quite poor at the moment, actually, for this. I can't do anything about that. The camera worked yesterday. My goodness me, and the connection was terrible. Crawley coming forward now, but they have been depossessed. The Gills have their first chance of the game. Looks like a handball, but then Williams has gone forward. That's a great ball by Williams, by Dom Jeffries to pick up, and it looks like Gills should have had a great opportunity here, but he's just put it to the side netting, actually, and he should be doing a lot better there. That's a real shame. There should have been another Gills player in the box, really. I think there might have been. I don't know if Nichols was there, but it was a good watch his pass from Williams. That's a fantastic ball. And Nichols, he's not reacting quick enough for that. He should be getting into the box. Nichols, unfortunately, just wasn't alert to that and should be running into the 6-yard box to give Dom Jeffries an option. Goodness me. There's Gills coming forward now, and it looks like there was a lot more attacking intent from Gills in this first half. I thought we were dead and buried, but Crawley do pick up the ball. Actually, I'll take my words back as Crawley are coming forward now, and it's a great ball to the right hand side. Great first touch as well as they find a little bit of space. And my goodness me, Crawley should have gone 1-0 up here. Decent save by Morris, and wow, Crawley looked like they were the better team in this half as they're coming forward. What a ball! What a touch that is! Wow, and. It's a good little bit of work from Crawley. They should have done a lot better. I think them forward man tried to do too much of the ball rather than just fire the trigger. As we look at another Crawley attack, if I take it back, it was all Crawley this first half. This would have been a very difficult watch as this ball comes in and just goes over the bar. It looked like it was a poor corner to begin with, but possibly intentional to keep it low. And it's shot over the bar. And Gillingham, I mean, look, they were holding on this half. My God, they were really, really holding on. And, wow. And Crawley, I looked at it on Twitter, actually, Crawley fans are pretty upset about, the fact that they lost and how they were dominant in the first half. And I tell you what, it looks like we really were hanging on. As a good tackle by Max Amer, actually. And, again, it's going to be another corner for Crawley. Was Crawley going to whip this one in? Another in swing, another dangerous ball into the box. And what? Was that Dieng on the line who cleared that? That should have been another goal for Crawley. My God. I heard someone say on Twitter Crawley should have been 3 or 4 up at half time. I think that's a little bit generous as they come forward now. But my goodness me, they could have had 2 at least. Already they could have had 2, and they probably will feel they should have had 2. I'm sure this is the replay. I think that's Dieng on the line who stops that. I mean, Gills are all over the place. Was it Morris and Dieng combination? I don't know. But again, Crawley can feel aggrieved they didn't score that. Gillingham just couldn't get the ball out of their own half at this rate. Apart from now, they do. Did they have attack in their own in the first half? They have here as Dieng picks up the ball and gives it to the right hand side. I can't see who it is, but then Dom Jeffries has gone through, and Dom Jeffries. I mean, if we score that right before half time, it means that we really would have snatched an early half 1-0 lead. But unfortunately, Dom Jeffries just scooped that to the left hand post. It's unfortunate because he got goal of the month this month, and that was not remnant of what he could do, considering what he did against Hartlepool as well. That was a bit of a poor effort. Well, it's the second half. I'm going to pause it there because we did catch up with Adam at half time, even though I didn't see the game. And so let's hear his words and what he has to say for that first half performance. Okay, so it's currently Gillingham 0, Crawley Town 0, and we've got Adam Wesgate on the line, and we need Adam Wesgate because I've had no idea what's been happening because, God bless all the people at BBC Kent, it's been very hard to follow. So Adam, can you fill me in, please?
Well, boots on the ground here. I mean, it's not been the greatest game, but we're not losing. So I would say so far that Crawley have had our number the most out of any team, albeit I wasn't at Swindon last week. I still think we can score. I mean, we've had chances. We had a couple of chances to score. I think this game's completely in the balance, but I think we need a tactical tweak because our midfield, it's just been completely overrun or bypassed, and Crawley are doing a good job of it.
I have to say, have there been any close calls? Who's been the nearest to scoring?
Probably weirdly, Jeffries had maybe the best chance, but he sort of side-passed it away from the goal. I'm sure you'll see on the extended highlights when you do. But Crawley have had several opportunities where they should have done something. So probably we've had the best one, but they've had 3 or 4 where they could have gone in. Crawley should be 1-0 up, really.
Fair enough. Well, do you see Gillingham getting a goal in the second half?
Well, the bloke behind me and us, we were just saying about we need to start bypassing the midfield because their scoring midfield is completely flooding us, stopping us from playing, and they're just passing it over their midfield. So I would say if we bring on someone like O'Brien, do a front three, something like that, because we're getting the most joy when we're either passing on the ground directly through midfield or over it. So I think if we tweak it something like that, the game will open up a lot more in our favour. Honestly, Crawley are the first team to really do well against us in terms of tactically. So kind of the first challenge of the new era.
Okay, well, look, hopefully I'll get a connection in the second half, but if not, I'll watch it, extend the highlights, and I'll be able to reflect on that then. But we'll look forward to hearing your voice note and thoughts by the end of the game, Adam.
Well, I assure you that I intend my eyes to keep working, so I'll report them.
Gills got a throw on this right hand side. We start the second half. This is possibly the goal because it was quite early on as it flicks back to Nichols, who takes the shot, and it falls nicely for Williams. It was a decent save at the end, actually, by the Crawley goalkeeper, but Gillingham snatched the lead right at the start of the second half, and you could argue that is against the run of play, but for once, something falls really nicely for us from a rebound, and really good work. Half cleared by Crawley, headed down, I think, by Williams. Third man assist for Williams, essentially, because he set up Nichols, who took the shot, saved by the keeper, he knocked it in himself, and he deserves that goal after, since the Leicester game, he's been absolutely top. Really good and really performing well, and he deserves that goal, and I'm really pleased to see that, and yeah, that's fantastic stuff. As the ball comes in again from McKenzie on the right-hand side and cleared away by Crawley, it looks like all the action was down at the Rainer men, really, for this whole game, as Gills recycled the ball forward. What a ball that is, and Nichols, again, should be scoring that. He'll be gutted not to go 2-0 up. And actually, the referee's given a corner, alluding to the fact the goalkeeper might have saved that one. That might have been on target. I did hear that on the commentary yesterday, that there was a shot that just squirmed past the post, and it could have been a good save by the goalkeeper. I think this was it. It's a good ball in as well by McKenzie. Half clear, but this is the ball. It's a bit more hitting home. But who is it again? It's Williams. He's done excellently in this game. Just put it in the danger zone, fell straight to Nichols, and I think that is actually a very decent save by the goalkeeper. I take that back, although Nichols should be feeling he scores that, and, you know, based on his form recently, should have scored that. Gills are now coming forward on this left-hand side. It's quite, and, you know, looking like the team that's going to be scoring the second goal as we head it towards goal. And I think that's Dieng, who scored a header last week at Swindon. Not as accurate, that one there. Now, this is where, I just want to pause it here, I know from the free kick, this is where we go now switch to the live match reaction, and you see me react live to the game rather than me reacting to it a day after. So a bit of a different German Gills video, but let's go over to the actual live match reaction where we picked up from yesterday. It's a free kick for Gills on this right-hand side. It was a foul, and it's flicked on by Nichols. There's going to be a chance if he gets it across, but he has done. Oh! And it still could. It came to Nichols as well. Oh my goodness me! You can tell I haven't done much commentary for this game because that was quite hard to keep up with. It looks like Nichols should have. It'd be interesting if he scored a header today. But it goes down. It goes in the centre from Turner, flicked on by Nichols, and it is McDonald who put the ball in the box. And Gills, just could have got the end of it. Really poor clearance by Crawley, and Nichols needs to try and get that on target. Unfortunate for Gills, but it still remains 1-0 to Gillingham. Great work by Gillingham to hit the ball forward. It's gone to the right-hand side to Abrahams. He's got a lot of space out there. Can he score on his debut? Can he create something on his debut? So he takes on his man. He takes a shot, a goal on it, just on the near post. I mean, the goalkeeper should all be saving at his near post, but it's a good little bit of work from Abraham. Probably should be seeking the man in the box, but got a shot on target, and the keeper had to do something. Good little impression from Abraham so far. Still 1-0 Gills, couple minutes to go. And that is full time, and Gills get the 3 points against Crawley, the relegation rivals. What a game to get the 3 points that is as well. And we're going to go to live to Adam Wesgate for his thoughts on today's victory.
Well, what another good result, and I would say that this is a bit of a different good result because Crawley definitely were the better team in the first half, barring the Jeffries chance. But we rode our luck a bit, we held on, and I'd say before the Gallinsons or before January, we would either have held on, you know, gallantly for a 0-0 or lost 1-0 and just thrown in the towel. But no, it was a very good performance. I still think that what was said before about once we actually can score, other teams will think twice about going forward is true. I think you can see that now. It definitely didn't help the defence in the first half of the season. So a bit of a different win today. I think now we'll probably be fine. It's absolutely incredible what a difference these games make. And I would like to point out that Loughborough record that we were on course to beat in terms of goals, I think we're on par with them now, 15 goals. So we've almost vanquished the worst goals tally in Football League history. So at least we've got that to celebrate today. 10 points out of 12 since the new signings came in. We'd really have to dip to have any danger now. So as long as we keep getting a point here, a point there, or 3 points, etc., we will be absolutely fine. So no, really pleased. And I know we obviously shipped 3 goals in the last game, but again, another good point of Swindon. So up the Gills, it's been another good experience in front of a packed house.